Hi there, welcome to this video, which is how to buy the rumour and sell the fact, or how to sell the rumour and buy the fact. Now, this is a very common market maxim, and the reason it's a common market maxim is because it happens over and over again. And the principle behind this is when there's an anticipation of something, whether it's a bearish or bullish anticipation, the market is buying or selling into the anticipation. This is best explained through an example, so let me give you one. Here we have the Australian dollar Japanese yen pair. Now, the market has been in a steady kind of downtrend, and this downtrend has been fueled by the US-China trade war, and particularly with Trump saying that he's going to be starting or introducing tariffs on the Chinese exports into the US. And so the market was waiting. When's he going to announce the tariffs? When's it going to come into play? The market was selling off, and then this is the time when Trump announced the implication of the tariffs will be in place on the 24th of September, and all of a sudden price has rallied. So the markets have been selling the rumor, and now they're buying the fact. And the reason it works is because the anticipation is gone. People have been selling on anticipation of the trade tariffs. So once the trade tariffs come into play, unless they're more than the market was expecting, there's no one left to keep selling really, and so a lot of positions are reversed. A lot of the sells are closed because the fact has happened, and price reverses. So that's a sell the rumor and buy the fact. Here's another small one for you, a nice simple trade, and one that I took advantage of last night. What's going on here is Wednesday, 19th of September, you have New Zealand GDP coming out, 0.8 expected versus 0.5% previous. So in other words, that's a good scenario. The Royal Reserve Bank of New Zealand, Governor Orr has said, that we're going to be lower rates for longer, and he cited business confidence very low. Now, if the GDP is high and doing well, then it doesn't matter how people are feeling. The reality is that the economy is doing well. So this is anticipation, expectations of a good read, okay? 0.3% of the increase of the previous read. So I knew that into Wednesday, into that event, the New Zealand dollar was most likely to be bid. And okay, there's a weak US dollar picture as well, but across the New Zealand dollar pairs, if you look around this time, the 19th of September, you'll see that the New Zealand dollar is bid, and I just opened up a long here. Last night, I just took a longer return onto that moving average, popped my stop below, and I took profit this morning up into these highs here. And look, I could have held it, should have held it, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But that's a good example of buying the rumor. So I'm buying the rumor of the good GDP. And what you might expect if that is coming out as 0.8%, then you might expect to selling the facts, but you've got to factor into a weak US dollar at the moment. Okay, guys, and girls, that's a brief introduction to buying the rumor and selling the fact.